Hi everyone. The last class we have discussed about an outline or an introduction to what is social psychology and what are the areas and what is the nature of social psychology. So these all things we have discussed in the last class, and here we are going to discuss about what are the goals and the scope of this branch called social psychology. What are the branches? Sorry, what are the scope and goals of studying social psychology? So, as we have discussed in the last class, the social psychology seeks to understand the causes of social behavior and thought. So, that is the social behavior and thought processes. So, as we said yesterday, social psychologists they are trying, they are primarily trying, or they are interested in understanding the many factors and conditions that shape the social behavior and thoughts of the individuals. That is mainly how individuals form ideas, how the persons forming some of the ideas related to the actions and related to their feelings and related to their beliefs and some of their memories or and inferences concerning other persons. A huge number of different factors play a role in this regard. That is, the factors affecting the area called social interaction. Okay, so this is the area that makes to understand the cause of the social behavior, or will understand the behavior or thought process of a person. So mainly we can or the social psychologist will select an area called social interaction, and the factors which are affecting in this area called social interaction will be having mainly five major areas. That is, they includes the first one, the action and the characteristics of others, and some of the basic cognitive process and ecological variables or environmental factors, and the other one, that is some of the cultural context also will play a role in affecting the social interaction, and the other one is uh, cultural context, and some of the biological factors are also plays an important role in the affecting the social interaction. So the other one is the actions and characteristics of a person. The first one that we are going to discuss, that is the actions and characteristics of others. That is one person's behavior and their characteristics expressed in the behavior directly influence other person's feeling and action. That is, if you are talking about example, you will understand it very clear. That is, suppose you are standing on the railway reservation line for making any ticket, and if a stranger goes to the counter straightly without standing on the line, and it will definitely create different types of feelings and as well as action from the people who are already waiting in the line. So it is clear that the actions of others affect everyone. So this is the concept. That is, the action made by the other persons will or the characteristics of others will make an influence on our behavior or the other person's behavior. So it is directly affecting it to one another. That is, the behaviors of other persons often exert powerful effects on the behavior and social thoughts of every individual. And there is another concept that we can go for, that is an example. So when many people are attending a concert in a theater, when a person seated nearby receives a call on his cell phone and begins a loud conversation about very private topic, what happens to the people around him? The next idea in this line is that the behavior of a person often affected by others' appearance. So that is the other concept, that the behavior of a person often affected by others' appearance. And we can also quote an example for that again. That is, for example, that is people normally feel uneasy in the presence of a person with a physically disability. or physical disabled person. That is, people differently behave towards highly attractive person than towards less attractive person. That is the other area, that is the action and characteristics of other people. That is, appearance of the other person is also being affected towards the behavior of other persons or within ourselves itself. That is, appearance of a person makes behavior with us, within us. So that is a concept here that is formed. Yes, here is the other concept or other goals included with it is affecting the social interaction or social area. That is the study related to the cognitive process. That cognitive process such as perception, memory, and inferences plays a key role on the understanding and behavior of every individuals in the society. So, like the people's perception or the person's perception and memory and inferences, that is the results the people are reaching, then that is they are making an result by their own perception and their own memory. They are reaching into some of the inferences, and it plays a key role and on the understanding and behavior of every individual in the society. So that is a role making process, that is reaction to a certain situation by an individual strongly depend on the memories of others past behavior and inferences an individual formed about these behaviors. And if anybody wants to clearly understand the causes of others behavior in a social situation, it is a must that one should understand what went on in the thinking pattern and understanding process of those people when they behaved in a particular social situations. So that is very much important. That is, when a person performs something in the situation, so the people or the social psychologist or the people should understand what the thinking pattern which is going with that person in that moment. So that is very much important. And for example, if your friend fixes an appointment with you in a particular time and you are waiting for him at a particular point in a particular time, if he comes late, what would be your reaction? In such a situations, cognitive process plays a crucial role in the social behavior and social thoughts of every individual. That is, a study of how people perceive, think about and remember think and remember information about others are really having a contributing effect of human social behavior. That is, here we can say that when we are talking about the cognitive process, we can say that one of the concept in social psychology, that is social cognition, is a growing area of social psychology, or which is as we said before, it is supporting, that is the concept of social cognition supports in the area of social psychology. We can conclude like that: social cognition supports the social psychology. Yes, the other area, that is the environmental factors. So environmental factors also will affect in the area of social interaction or in the social psychology. The environmental factors also plays a role to understand the behavior of the people, or it will also making some of the effects in the uh, people's behavior or the social behavior of the person. That is, the physical environment necessarily influences the feelings, thoughts, and behavior of every person's. That is, we can say that the weather and the climate a person experience will affect in his behavior. The findings of research indicate that the physical environment necessarily influences the feelings, thoughts, and behavior of every person's. So the climatic conditions make a person either happy or sad. So the external climate will also affect the person's behavior. That is, for example, if there is a continuous rain for a few days, most of the people's day-to-day life will be getting disturbed. But the person, or we need rain, or the people will enjoy the rain, but if it goes for continuously for some of the days, it will make some of the disturbance with the people. And another example is that people become more irritable and aggressive when the weather is hot and steamy than when it is cool and comfortable. That is, it is just vice versa of the situation it is going on. That is, if it is too hot also, the situation will affect the person. That is, the external environment will make problem with, or it will make discomfort with the persons. The environmental factors either different types of impact on the perceptual experience of individuals. The cognitive, like the cognitive, affective, interpretive and evaluative responses of individuals change drastically. Further, if a person is exposed to a particular environment for a long time, he or she will adapt to that environment and will feel habituated for that condition. The environmental stimulations uh, facilitate physical and psychological arousal. That is the other point we have to discuss. That is, some of the environmental stimulations will facilitate the physical and psychological arousal with the persons. And if they stay for for example, one of the example we can quote here: if we move from one place to another one, that is, for example, if we are traveling from Kerala to Himachal Pradesh, so we'll feel irritable with the situations if it goes too cold, because we are traveling, we are comfortable with the climatic change and climate of Kerala. And if we travel to Himachal Pradesh, like Manali or Kulu, then we will feel that sometimes it is our dream place, even though we will feel irritation or we will feel discomfort with the situation and it will directly or indirectly it will affect the behavior of the person. So that is, environmental stimulation facilitate physical and both psychological arousal with the person. And the other thing is the environment, this type of stimulations, that is, it will facilitate physical and psychological arousal. The increased arousal will either improve or impair individual performance. Sometimes this one will helps to improve the arousal, increased arousal will either improves or impairs the individual's performance. This we have already studied that if there is arousal, only performance will be takes place. If there is too much of arousal, it will not lead to performance also. So an optimal level of arousal only will lead to the performance. So that may be happen. If some arousal with the psychological arousal at an optimal level, the performance will be there. And if it goes an higher level of arousal with the psychological area, there you cannot find out any of the performance also. So that can be happened. So hence, role of environment on the social behavior of individual has become one of the very important factors of study in social psychology. So that is, environmental factors plays a good role or a crucial role in understanding the behavior of a person according to the situations. Environmental factors also plays a role in the social psychology. And comes to this one, that is, the other area or the other factor, that is the cultural context. So cultural context is also having a crucial role in understanding the behavior of the people in social psychology. That is, we can say that people lives in a different culture, different cultural settings. So in the globally we can speak, or by nationally we can speak. There are people who are living in different states or in different nations will be having different cultural settings. So each culture comes out with their own rules and norms to be systematically followed in different areas or different phases of a human life cycle. So that is the exact one. There is some rules and regulations, certain norms to be systematically followed in different cultures. So the practices followed in one culture will be different than the other culture. Okay, so if a person is following some of the uh, cultural activities or some of the behaviors, it may be according to their own culture, and it will be, and the same thing will be different in the other culture. If they comes here and perform that, it will means it may means something else other than what they have studied from their culture. And if a person is hailing from a particular culture, he or she has to adapt appropriately the behavioral patterns accepted by his or her own culture. In all these process, an individual is continuously influenced by the culture from which he or she is hailing. So social behavior and social thoughts are often strongly affected by the cultural norms and factors. So that is the main concept, that is social behavior and social thoughts are mainly or often strongly affected by the cultural norms and factors that have to be changed. And for example, there are some cultural specific behavior patterns exist for the birth of a newborn. This is some of the examples that will be followed. That is some of the specific cultural patterns or behavioral patterns existing with the birth of a newborn, and the age attainment ceremony, and some of the marriage ceremony, and finally the funeral ceremony also. So these are some of the specific cultural behaviors expressed by every culture, and it will the cultural ideas are also get changed by the passage of time or passing of times. It is being also getting into changed. And there are some examples that like, and we are talking about social psychology or something, we'll talk about the love, social love. Okay, so previously some of the love marriages were viewed in a negative terms as drastic action, but now the cultural beliefs and values about it have been changed. It is as by the time changes, the cultural patterns are or cultural context related to some of the existing one or existing beliefs or cultural behaviors are being changed by day. But whatever the changes takes place in a culture, person living in any one of the cultures is expected to follow the practices of that culture only. So even though any of the changes are happening in, or it some of the changes takes place also, but they have to live according to their culture, and the culture is expecting that person to be lived, or they have to be followed the practice of that culture itself. So that is the phase. So the next one, as we have discussed, like the cultural context, the one of the new branch of social psychology that seeks to investigate the potential role of the genetical factors in the various aspects of human behavior, that is the biological or evolutionary factors. So the biological inheritance usually affect one's preference, behaviors, emotions, and attitude, and it can be called it as some of the genetic factors. So that is called what, evolutionary factors or biological factors. So this evolutionary process takes place in every animals, like uh, every animals, and also in human beings. So this has been lead to some of the this evolutionary process has been lead to possible differences in body shapes and structures, the improved inheritance qualities, and better selection of passing the genetic variation to the coming generations. So, since the individuals evolutionary differ on their biological structures, their social interactions will also get varied in nature. The biological inheritance usually affects one's preferences, behaviors, emotions, and attitudes. For example, we can say that the hair color or skin color, body structure gets changed from one person to the other person in a long run. So, the biological inheritance uh, also will affect into the preference of the people or selecting, and the behaviors and the emotions and attitude of that person will uh, brings out into the society through some of the biological or evolutionary factors from their previous generation or the existing generation. So it will move into them into the other persons also. So that is, an biological inheritance also plays an uh, role or affecting in the social interactions or social area. So that is uh, all about today's session. That is, we have gone through some of the context or factors which is affecting with the social interaction, that is deal with the goal of social psychology, and the other things, the other portions we'll discuss in the next session.